start the recording. Okay, so we are officially recording. So for all of you who got on here, I know that Monday night is not our normal night, but I know I probably had like 20 people say, I'm so excited, it's Jill Renfro getting on here tonight. I can't wait. So girl, you're a celebrity, but you're only a celebrity because you have such a good heart and you pour into people and you're just so willing to do these things. So it is a title rightly earned. So we're just very thankful you got on here with us tonight. But so for all who are on here, if you guys have a question for Jill that you want to ask, there is a chat button at the bottom of the screen, and you can just type out the question and ask her, and I'm sure she will give you the answer. So, but other than that, if you just can kind of share a little bit about your story and then just maybe some tips on how you were successful in this, we would love to hear it all from you.
Definitely. Well, hey guys, how are y'all? First off, I have a few disclaimers for you, a few of them. I live out in the woods, dirt road right here, country girl at heart, if you cannot tell by my voice. And when the wind blows wrong, I lose Wi-Fi. We're working on it. Old Dakota Renfro has not fixed it to the extreme yet. And so if I lose you, I will be back. Kendall's going to pop in and do like a song and dance while I'm gone, and then I'll be back. So like, was it 2 nights ago I was on a call and I got bumped off 3 times, but last night I didn't get bumped off at all. So we take it with a grain of salt and we go with it. So there is my first disclaimer. My second disclaimer is I am too bold, sometimes to a fault. So I'm not meant to hurt anybody's feelings, and I don't sugarcoat a lot of stuff. I tell it like it is, and if it's something that steps on your toes, I'm going to go ahead and apologize right then. It's just my personality, and I honestly cannot help it. So like I said, bold to a fault. I'm trying. But hi, I'm so excited to be on here tonight, y'all. And I actually had the privilege to sit next to Kendall and a few lucky ladies. Like, I just feel like so honored to meet them. We got to fly home together. They saw me like Vegas over on Vegas over the other day. I was tired. We were in Vegas for 7 days. Don't ever do that. Don't go to Vegas for 7 days. I'm going to go ahead and recommend that to you right now. My husband was like head bobbing the whole time. Hey, there is a guy here. Hi, Corey. Yeah. I know, I should say like not gals, I should say y'all instead. But my husband was head bobbing and I was like donning off there and there. So they saw me like rough. Hot Mess Express. But I even told them too, I said, you know, with the call, like, tell your team, please open Hot Mess Express, because that's what I do, like, in general. I don't come to calls on makeup. I don't put on my Kendall Scott earrings, and I sure don't put on a real bra to do this. So don't feel like you are underdressed. I'm the one that's underdressed, and this is just shows this is how I work Plexus. Like, I don't have time to go curl my hair for y'all. So, yeah, you know, if you follow me all on Facebook, you know that I'm like real is all real. And one of my favorite hashtags is like, no bra. So, yeah. Anyways, tonight I want to talk to y'all about one of the things that I feel that is the #1 kicker in your business. And it's like the umbrella effect to a lot of things that are going to be like a stair step. And the biggest thing that I have is your ability to be bold. And the most boldest things that you can do are the most uncomfortable things, and they make you want to puke. And they do, but I'm not going to lie to you. Those are the things that are going to set you up for success. And those are the things that are going to launch your business in the right direction that you want to go, which is this way, not this way. So being bold is the biggest thing that there is out there. And the first thing that you could do in being bold is being bold in your posting. Now, I'm not saying be somebody you're not. Don't talk about not wearing a bra if you would never say that to somebody, because I would say that to a 5-year-old. It doesn't matter to me. Now, if that is somebody that you like are like, whoa, I could never be, then don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Be bold for you. And your boldness may look different than my boldness. But how everybody can embrace bold is being consistent and persistent and being vulnerable. Telling the truth. Telling the real raw stuff that people want to know. And you know, this is me. I'm a 3rd grade teacher, passed, as only 1 week retired, but my career and my background knowledge come from kids. So a lot of times I relate things back to kids because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to teaching 8-year-olds. And I treat everybody like an 8-year-old because 8-year-olds are idiots. They're stupid, y'all. And we in Plexus as new ambassadors are idiots. I was like, idiot on idiot. And it's learning a new language and it's learning a new subject. So treat everybody, your potentials included, who are watching you, okay, like they don't know anything, because they don't. They're assuming all these things about this company, about these products, and about you. So it's your job to be the one to be the communicator, and your job to be the one that's going to transfer the knowledge over to them. Because if not, they're just assuming, just like an 8-year-old baby would do, and that's going to lead them down the hole to wrong on wrong. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do in your posting and in your boldness is be so real that it's vulnerable, and sometimes it's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is good. My best friend, Allie Day, you'll probably know of Allie, my redhead. She is a photographer as a hobby, and she takes all of our family portraits, everything from nieces, nephews, maternity, engagements, bridals, boudoir. She's done it all in our family. And she always has told me in pictures, the more uncomfortable you feel in posing, the better the picture will come out. And she's had me like, you know, like all kind of ways. And I'm like, this is not it. I don't feel like this is it. Uh-oh, my internet. Let's see.
Yes, you're stuck on a very flattering image. It's okay. You're going to come back. I don't know if y'all see the same picture of her that I see. I might need to snap a picture of this for her so she can see it when she comes back. Yeah, I totally just took that picture. She will be back, though. I told her when she let me know that her internet goes in and out that I do not want to fill her shoes. So it's a little terrifying for me. Hold on, I just saw her disappear. Oh, there you are. You were muted.
I told y'all the wind blew. Okay, so what I was saying is my friend Allie, I don't know if y'all heard that part, she's a photographer, and she said the most uncomfortable poses you'll ever do, they'll come out the best. That's it. And like she's had me literally like laying this way and doing this thing and holding up over here. And I'm like, I don't feel I look fat. This is not what I want to do. And she said, I promise you, they're going to come out to be the best pictures you've ever had when you feel uncomfortable. And she didn't lie, y'all. The best pictures I've ever had have been when I have felt uncomfortable. So I have taken that line of what she has told me and applied that to my business. When the times you feel uncomfortable, I promise you, those are the times that are going to be the best. The times that you get vulnerable and talk about going to the bathroom, the times that you get vulnerable and talk about how your acne face is something else, the time about how, you know, you have a little bit more energy. Oh my gosh, is my internet doing it again? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because like I think I have a pre-warning when it does it, and it goes like da-da-da, and so I don't know. All right. So those are the things you have to think about. If you're just copying and pasting and you're just being a textbook out there on social media, I'm going to tell you right now, textbooks don't sell. First off, I didn't buy them in college, so I know they didn't sell. And second off, I never used them in the classroom to plan a lesson, and I had some of the top scores in my district and in my campus, and I did not use a textbook. Textbooks don't sell. Don't be a textbook. I know we all love about product knowledge, but if you're just posting about product knowledge, ingredient knowledge, because you're hiding behind what the products are actually doing for you or your friends, it's not selling. I promise you. If I am a Sapphire ambassador and I scroll over product knowledge, I love everything about Plexus. So if I'm scrolling over those posts, don't you think Susie Q, who could care less about Plexus, is scrolling over those Plexus posts? Yes. So I like to relate this back to teaching also. Like when I teach kiddos to write a paper, I'm a reading and writing teacher as my trade. You want to get a hook line. How do you get somebody's attention right from the beginning? And if you go kind of creep my page, you'll notice right in the beginning, usually that first line or that first hashtag, I try to do something a little bit different that makes somebody's going to go, huh, what's that? What is she talking about? That can't be a Plexus post because she didn't say anything about Plexus for a while. She may not even have said the word. So think about that when you are going to go type up or prepare for a post. You want to get that hook line. Go back to 3rd and 4th grade writing, okay? Think of that hook line your teacher was telling you about. What is an attention getter? So if you are somebody who has had I don't know. Let's just talk about poop, because that's the most vulnerable thing that you've got going on. If that is something that has been there for you, it's time for you to talk about it, sister. Take a picture of the toilet or the commode. It's time. Why not? So, I mean, why would you not? Take a picture of the Febreze air freshener. It's time. And say, let me just tell you about this. That's going to grab somebody's attention. If it's you and your shoes always hurt your feet and Ease Cream has helped you, take a picture of them shoes and your swelled up sausage toast feet. It's time to do so. That's what you need to do. That's what's going to grab people's attention. Yes, a selfie with your pink drink is so fun, but you can only do so many selfies with a pink drink before it gets really old. You do. We have to start creating an image and a brand. And that's what I'm going to take you into the next step I have written down. Branding yourself. Brand yourself. First off, you're a Plexus ambassador, and you have branded yourself in that. So it's time now to find your image. Find who you are. Like I said, you don't want to just copy everybody and see what everybody else is doing, because what's doing for her isn't going to work for you. So what's your brand? What do you believe in the most? I believe in being real and not sugarcoating like a lot of things are. I know I'm a nice person, don't get me wrong, but I'm the girl who talks about the real grunt stuff during the day that people don't want to talk about. I believe that those things are important. So find out what's important to you. Is it, is your niche the energy? Is your niche the blocking the carbs? Is your niche going to the bathroom? Is your niche preaching financial freedom? Like, what is something you're so passionate about with this company and organization? And what could you run with? Now, I'm not saying stick to that one thing, but what are you really good at talking about? What's your story? What's your elevator speech? What's your spiel about Plexus? And those are things you've got to run with and hold on to. So what's your brand? And if you're branding yourself as a Plexus ambassador, you want to make sure that everything you do is one Plexus vision to the extreme. And that's what's going to engage your audience. If you hate Walmart, because God, I hate going to Walmart on Friday or Monday at 5 o'clock. Like, I hate it. And every time, I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. If you've seen that movie, it's one of my favorite classics. But she pulls in the parking lot and she hits that girl and she says, Tawanda. Like, I feel like I want to do that every time I go to Walmart. I want to nail that lady and say Tawanda and hit her. But I don't. And I'm not going to post that on social media. I'm going to talk about something positive that happened at Walmart that day, or I'm just going to leave Walmart out of my entire story for the day because it irritated me and I didn't want to talk about it. So don't dwell on the things that are irritating you. Find your brand. And in Plexus, we all have the same type of brand. Hashtag One Plexus. That's what we have. And what does that represent? A vision of positivity, joy, a vision of showing people the best of the best and being better than you could yesterday. That is the vision that we portray. So even if you're a brand new ambassador and you haven't hit the rank of silver, or maybe you've been stuck at silver, or maybe you're stuck at gold, whatever you feel stuck is, I hate that word stuck. I choose to say enjoying the journey. But wherever you feel that you are, go back and reflect upon yourself. And that's another teacher thing I bring into my Plexus business, reflecting. That's huge. If what I'm doing in the classroom at the time was not getting my babies to pass that test and was not bringing up their grades, should I continue to do it? No. God, no. So whatever you're doing right now, if your PV is not increasing and your recruiting is not increasing and your team is not duplicating, it's time to reflect on you. And I have done that 50 plus times in this business. I did it today. I said, here's what I've learned at convention. Time for me to talk about me, not what my downline is doing, not what my sidelines, and not comparing myself to uplines or other people and other teams. What can I do better today to be the better leader as Jill than I was yesterday or last month? What can I do today to get my PV up and my recruiting up on top of my teams and on top of theirs? What can I do? If we're at a standstill and we're not growing, and I'm not picking on anybody, but a number that I see on my team a lot, people get stuck around that 60, 65 points. Ugh, it's awful. I see it all the time. I'm going through reports and I'm helping my girls and my guys and we're doing coaching calls. And I see that 60 to 75 points and I'm going, you have made it over the hump of halfway to gold. You are this close to gold. Where's your hustle? What are you doing? What have you stopped and reflected upon? There is no reason in this business for us to stay the same, and I'm going to use the word stagnant, that's one of my favorite words, stagnant for 2, 3, 4 consecutive months. If we are, we're doing something wrong. And it's time for us to reflect, make a new plan, and then put it into action. If you're not putting it into action, you can have a beautiful plan on paperwork. I've got plenty of those with colored pens, but I lost the lift. What does it mean? You know, what does it do? It's doing nothing for us. So if you left convention, or now you've had maybe a convention recap call and Kendall's got you all excited for what's going on, you know, you need to go, wow, they've launched a new product. We've got this consistency club now. I saw the jewels down on the floor. I'm going to be one next year. I'm going to get the check. I'm going to go on the shopping spree at Leaders Retreat. Whatever you're claiming on doing, you've got the vision, okay? You've got the dream. What are you doing to get there? Are you still sitting there and posting on Facebook and maybe contacting one person a week? Are you waiting on people to contact you? Well, that's not going to get you to be a jewel. That's not going to get you to be a check, and that's not going to get you to the top of the company. You've got to take action to the plan. If you are not contacting people every single day, now's the time to change your plan. If you are not posting on Facebook at least 2 times a day, I say 2, not 1, 2, on active times, 8 o'clock in the morning, noon, 8 p.m. and later, those are engaging times. 1 o'clock usually isn't a good posting time. Nobody's on Facebook then. 10 a.m. usually isn't a good posting time. Find the high traffic posting times. If you're not engaging people, liking their stuff, commenting on their stuff, and if you've never done any of those things, now's the time. So when you get off the call tonight, my homework for you, teacher here, my homework for you is to tell yourself and ask yourself, what am I not doing that's holding me back? Uh-oh, did I lose you again? No?
Sorry.
Ooh, I'll be back.
You're still here. Sorry. I keep having a girl who somehow keeps unmuting, so I'm trying to stay on top of muting her. Oh, wait, you're frozen now. Hey. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I kind of hear you, unless it's somebody else's microphone sneaking in. You're frozen again, though. Sorry, I'm trying to check my thing over here. Well, can you hear us? Come on, girl. You're giving us golden information here. We want to hear it again. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my thing. Yeah, guys, I'm totally there you are. Because I'm going to say, I'm totally able to fill this girl's shoes. I don't have the Spitfire that you have, so.
Sorry, and I've been like screaming. I'm like, Dakota, get in here, the internet. I'm like,
okay,
go put 10 on you. I'm like, oh, anyways, it's creating my style. All right, what I was saying. Oh, my homework for you. What I want you to do when you get off this call tonight, I want you to ask yourself, what am I not doing that's potentially holding me back? What is it? What am I not doing? Have you not made videos yet? Are you not cold contacting people? Oh, yeah, you need to be cold contacting. And it sucks. I will tell you, I still today am like, do I press send? Do I press send? And this is what I do. Send, and I close it and walk away. That's it. And I feel like I want to puke every time. For even how bold I am, I want to puke. Okay? So, yeah, what are you not doing? Are you not cold messaging people? What about all those people who contacted you a year ago when you were that new ambassador and you were an idiot? Okay? Remember all those times? Yeah. So guess what I do? And I still do this today. I'm like, hey, you know, you contacted me or I contacted you when I did not know anywhere near is what I do now today with Plexus. First off, let me go ahead and say I'm sorry because I probably set you up on Slim and Boost and Block and you did not get the results you wanted because you need insides here to get clean. And I know that now. Let's try this again. I apologize. So go back. Let's see. I got a message here. What do I say when you cold contact people? I am very spiritual person. I am Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. I absolutely 100% proud of my business every single day. So I'm very genuine about this. This is not a lie. I don't sugarcoat this at all. I ask God in my prayers every night, lead the people to me who I need to contact. And for some reason, people come up to my brain in the day. I think that that's him. And I will contact and say, you were heavy on my heart. So I might say, hey, Tiffany, I love keeping up with you and your babies on Facebook. They are adorable, girl. I cannot believe you have 2 kids and you are about to have another one. Whatever the case may be, I relate something personal to her. And then I'll say, Tiffany, I know this is crazy, and I know you've seen my crazy Plexus passion on Facebook, but you have been heavy on my heart, sister. I have many moms who are rocking this business on my team. They are thriving by bringing home, extra finances, receiving Lexuses, whatever. And even if you don't have them on your team, quote unquote, you can still say your team, because what are we? One Plexus here. They don't need to know who's under you to call them your team, okay? So don't feel that just because you don't have somebody who's doing that, you can't say that. Yes, you can. You know somebody named Jill Renfro who drives a Lexus and quit her job. So say you know that person and relate it back to that and say, I know you're a teacher. And you know what, girl? I just got off a call with a girl. She's 27 years old, and she just retired herself from teaching. And this may or may not be for you, but, I heard her heart, and she just, talked about how the hours of teaching were not what she wanted. And she feared to have her own children one day because of daycare and having a traveling husband in the oil field. And today she retired herself at 27, and she'll never know what that's like to be a working mom. Wow. And I thought of you. You were heavy on my heart. You know anybody, who is whatever, a stay-at-home mom, doesn't have the income. We've got plenty of those in Plexus. You say, you were heavy on my heart. And girl, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. You can relate it back to Kendall and say, my upline ambassador, Kendall, is rocking this business. She's one step away from receiving a free Plexus Lexus, a 6-figure income, and going to Hawaii every year with her husband. And she's a mom who homeschools her children. Insane, quote unquote. She is, but whatever. And so you say something like that, relate it to them and say, you were heavy on my heart. Because her story reminded me so much of you. This may or may not be for you, and that's okay. But I look forward to talking to you. I'll talk to you soon. End it bold. Don't say, I'm sorry for contacting you. If you want to know more, message me. Don't dabble. That means you're already doubting yourself. I look forward to talking to you. I can't wait to hear from you later. Okay? Close it bold. And even you could say things like, I look forward to talking to you this week. What would be a great time for you and I to get on the phone? Be bold. Act like she's already said yes. And even if she does not respond, leave it at that. And you'll follow up with her. You'll know when. 2 months, 3 months, the next Plexus special, follow up with her and say, you know what, girl, I know I contacted you, and you're still heavy on my heart. I see something in you. And I generally cannot go on if I don't tell you. So if you're somebody like me and you pray over your business, that will be from the heart, and you will know what that's like when you feel that way. I don't encourage you to go and copy paste something to 14 people. I don't. I encourage you to make it personal and relatable and take the time to type that message to them. And I'm a voice message person. I am. I cold contact voice message a lot, and I know. Okay, you haven't typed cold message yet. Let's do that first before you completely crap your pants and voice message somebody. Okay, so let's at least type it out first. Once you get the typing down, then in a month, let's reflect again on yourself like your homework and say, what can I do now to amp it up? Now amp it up to a voice message, okay? So that would be something how I would say when I cold contact people. All right, one thing else I want to talk to you about, a couple more things. Here's another one. We don't want to be desperate, but we want to act like we're important here. So let me give you an example here. Desperate is, and I know how this goes because I did it, people message you about Plexus, and you're like, what? Oh my God, she wants to know about Plexus? And you grab your phone right then, and you're like, hold on. And you're on it. And literally you send the message 4 minutes after she talks to you. Stop, wait, revamp. What I'm going to tell you to do is sit on it. Don't open it yet. Don't let her see you read it yet. Just sit on it. Just for a little bit. I know it's hard. 15 minutes. If you're at the grocery store, finish the grocery store. If you are bathing your children, finish them. I don't have children, and I can tell you that obviously has to be an important thing. I don't know. If you are doing something, finish it. Then you say, oh my God, girl, so sorry. I was on the run and on a conference call. She don't know you weren't on no conference call. Act like you're important. Oh my God, girl, so sorry. I was on a conference call. I was booked back to back. She needs to think that your business is booming. So booming that she's like, whoa, she is busy. Whoa, she got people going left and right. She does not know that you just got done watching Grey's Anatomy. She doesn't know that. Okay? Seriously, let it sit. I'm not saying sit for 3 days, and I'm not saying for 8 hours. I'm saying 30 minutes. an hour, whatever your task is that you need to do. So when you do contact Susie Q back, you are fully engaged to her, and you're not just with the checkout counter of the grocery store going beep, beep, beep right beside you. You are engaged to her, and you can give the best information to her, and you can relate to her. But let her know you're busy. Say, oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. I had, 2 conference calls back to back, or whatever. I was just running out of a meeting with my upline. Say something. I just left a lunch date, which she does not know what you're doing, okay? Be important. People like people on a hurry, and people like people who got something to do. Because if you're sitting there and you, which I've done, they're like, she ain't got nothing better to do and make a sale. She's desperate. She's desperate. Now, this is all personal Jill information. I'm not saying I have all the right answers here, because I don't. But this is what's worked best for me and some girls that I coach. And my team, it does. It's worked well for us. So I hope it can work well for you. So we want to be important. We don't want to be desperate. 2 more little bullets, and I promise I won't talk your ear off the rest of the night. Choose joy always. And I know you might say, Jill, it's so cheesy and cliche. No, it's not. I fully believe this 100%. I even named my business my LLC. As you grow more into the company and the organization, you'll probably make an LLC one day. I named my LLC Choose Joy Always. That's how important it is to me. You cannot go through this business comparing yourself to your sidelines who are booming through the ranks, or even looking at your upline and you're happy for her, but a little bit jealous. Yeah, you can't do that. A lot of people choose to do that, and they think, I should be there. I've been there just as long as she has. We all have our own journeys, and embrace it and love it. So don't ever tell yourself anymore, I'm stuck. I hate that word. Say, I'm enjoying my journey at Senior Gold. I am. Because guess what? God's got you there for a purpose. You're not ready for Ruby. Okay? God's got you at Silver for a reason. You're not ready for Gold. It's not a title that you're earning. It's a lifestyle change. It's leadership abilities. It's leading a team. It's changing yourself. It's learning to grow and be more. So seriously, I highly encourage you to take that for homework tonight too, and choose joy always in this business. It's easy to get down on yourself and say, I logged in and I got another white line today. I lost a preferred customer today. Screw it. Cool. You know what's easier to do? Give birth than raise the dead. I've never done either, but I've heard that it should be easier to give birth than raise the dead. So go give birth to a new ambassador who's ready to grow instead of raising the dead one that's already dead. Okay? Yeah, follow up with that white line. She may come back around. She may. Oh, did I lose you?
No, I can still hear you. You're frozen, though. I hear something. Hello? Sorry, I'm checking to see if you're still there. I still see you. I'm sure we'll get you back any second. Jill, we're so close to making it. Okay, well, I don't know about y'all, but I feel fired up.
I'm back. Okay, hopefully that's the last time that happens. I just said when I open this up, I'm like, in Jesus' name, stop. So we will see. Yeah. All right. So the last one I was talking about was giving birth and raising the dead. I know it's defeating and it's deflating and it's depressing. It's all of the does that we don't like, decreasing, whatever. It's awful. That's an awful prefix. We want the end. We want the increase, okay? But it happens, and it does. I'd be a liar to tell you that that does not happen to me daily. It does. People, you can't motivate people. You're looking for the motivated. So when you ask yourself and you say, my team's not motivated. Well, okay, you can't motivate them. You can buy them as many purses and bracelets and jewelry you want. It's not going to help. You are looking for the motivated. So if you only have one person on your team who is motivated, you pour your heart and soul into them and you run with them because they are alive and well. And you love on that other 99% or whatever the case may be. Find your top 10 and you run with them. Get them in a thread together. Start speaking life into them, coaching them where they need to be. That other, 90, 80%, yes, love them, but you don't need to pour your heart and soul into them and sit there and feel deflated and defeated because they're not where you want them to be. Well, they don't want to be there because if they did, they'd be self-motivated. And we can't do that. So when people say Plexus isn't for them, or they stop responding to you and they go white line and they haven't ordered, or they didn't order and it says that they let their AQ order, but the credit card didn't go through and they won't go back and reorder because we all know how that's going through for us right now. Woo-hoo. You know what? You've done the part you can do as an upline. Have you contacted them? Have you reached out to them? Have you given them the latest information? Have you done your job? When the ball was in your court, did you do it? You've put the ball in their court now, okay? All the trainings you've got, you can send them every recording. You can send them tonight and say, hey, girl, I wanted you to watch this. I thought about you. Did you do your job as upline? Yes. You contacted them. You sent them the material. You handed them the learning material. It's up to them to watch it. It is up to them to utilize it. And you can say, hey, the second you watch this, message me. I want to make a game plan with you. Let's plan. Let's get you gold. Let's get you to silver. Let's get you to senior gold, you know. But they've got to be willing to make the plan. So kind of revamp and ask yourself those things. Do you want it more for somebody than they want it for themselves? And I still want it for half of my team more than they want it for themselves. I want it for all of them. But it's a constant reminder every day to not let this roller coaster effect to get you down. Strap yourself in and hold on tight and choose joy always. And then the last thing that I want to leave y'all with tonight before I get knocked off again is be your own rock star. Be the leader on your team and be that ambassador that you dream and you hope will join you one day. Because I promise you, nobody is going to work harder than you. If you I've got runners. I even have a jewel under me. I've got runners. And I still will say, you don't want it as bad as me. Oh, no, you don't. I don't care. You can't take my belief down. You can't. So when you go, oh, if I could just sign a rock star, sign yourself. It doesn't matter. One of my best friends, Amy Welch, Sapphire Ambassador, is about to go diamond without a jewel under her. Okay? You don't need a rock star under you to do this. You go wide and wide. If you're not signing 3 people a month, I'm not talking about your team signing. I'm talking about you, your personal self, or maybe you're putting them under your husband right now. I'm doing that too. So whatever you want to do, put them under you or under your husband or wife or whatever. Then stop and stop whining about your team. Stop saying what they're not doing and start talking to yourself and saying, I'm not doing that. And this is what I'm going to do to get there. I'm going to sign 3 people. How I'm going to sign them is I'm going to cold message 2 new people a day. I'm going to follow up with 5 people a day. I'm going to train 2 more in my team today. And I'm going to do a post that I've never done before. I'm going to go Facebook Live. I'm going to start a team thread. I'm going to train my team. My 2 girls that are ready to go silver, I'm going to put them in a thread together. And I'm going to pour into them every single day. My goal is to get them silver in 10 days, 7 days, 3 days, this weekend, whatever it may be. So do not blame anybody but yourself. The business goes in the pace of you. The pace of you. How's your pace? What's it look like? Are you going fast? Is your activity fast enough for you? If you're posting 2 times a week and you're contacting people only when they contact you, then why are you hoping to be Ruby one day? That's not going to get you Ruby. It's not. You've got to go out of your comfort zone. Now, you may have signed the perfect rock star ambassador under you. That's great. Lucky you. Be a check collector. My upline is one. She sure sits and collects a check every day. I couldn't live like that. And the girlfriend is called my sister. Okay? So I couldn't do that. I couldn't. Don't do that to your team. They deserve you to be bolder and be louder and be more active. They need to see you as the leader. They need to go, oh, I need to keep up with her. I need to keep up with him. They're going. Okay. Oh, what are we doing today? But if they see you become Deadsville and they see you not personally welcoming people to the new page, and they don't see you giving people woohoos and high fives and woot woots and toot your own horns, then why would they? So speak life into them. Anything that anybody has done great today, I highly encourage you, or this past week or past month, I encourage you to find something, a cute graphic on Google, and go give them a shout out on your closest team page. Go do it. It feels really great. They want to see you active. I love to do a thread. I like to do them about once a week, and I do a little graphic, and it's got this little guy, and he's tooting a horn. I like to say, it's toot your horn time. Okay. And what I tell my team to do It is A-okay to toot your own horn, and I toot my horn on there. I did this, I did that. And I tell them, now is the time to toot somebody else's horn and toot yours. What have you done this week or today you're proud of? And they'll say, I messaged, my person on my dream team list today. She didn't respond, but I did it. And we all give praise and likes. Go, girl, that's bold. Oh, my gosh, that's awesome. You need to have the unity in the community. And the second you have that, people are going to want to work with you, and they're going to want to help you, and they're going to want to build this team with you and help this organization. They're going to completely take that one Plexus and run with it. So building those relationships is huge, and be your own rock star. Don't blame nobody else. So you have homework tonight. You're going to go back and you're going to reflect. What do I need to do, okay, that I'm not already doing? What scares the bejesus out of me, okay? Am I stagnant? Am I enjoying the journey a little bit too much at Silver? Has it been a little bit too long enjoying that journey? What can I do? It's time to start changing some things up. If you are doing the same thing you did 3 months ago, stop. I'm a Sapphire ambassador, and I'm not doing the same thing I did last month. I'm not. I've added something else, or I've changed, or I've tweaked something. So if you're doing the same thing of just posting and hoping people come to you and occasionally following up with your team, it's time to change it up. You should never become stagnant. I think that's all I got for y'all tonight.
Okay, well, I had a whole list of questions, and you answered all of them but one. Woo, girl, you're doing good. So my only one that is left is, whenever you do have somebody join you, like, how do you get them going out of the gate? What do you do with them?
Right. Hands down, 100%, and this is going to make some of you puke too. 3-way calls. It is time to get on the phone. Stop hiding behind the computer screen. Even if you're upline, my sister, who does do nothing with the business, I don't have an upline. The next one after that, she doesn't do 3-way calls. The next one after that, she don't do 3-way calls either. The next one after that is way too busy. I mean, seriously. So guess what I do? I get them on the phone myself, okay? Or I maybe have my sideline or somebody, or one of my downline girls who's a rock star. I'm like, hey, are you busy right now? It's like, no. I'm like, hey, can you hop on a call? It's just third-party validation. That's all we need. And if somebody else can't get on the call, which I know Kendall would do any 3-way message for anybody on her team, because I know I'm the same way. I don't care if you're a level 14. I will do one for you. Anybody who's willing to run, I'm willing to run with them. I don't care the number that they are, and I know she feels the same. But get them on the phone right then and there, and I immediately talk to them about product, because first off, that's what we need to get them loving the product, because I'm a full believer. You cannot be the best you want to be unless you are a product of the product. We got to get you loving something about Plexus. We really do. So we're going to talk about the product, and we're going to talk about the business. I'm going to introduce Silver in 7 days and Fast Start Gold right then and there. And I'm going to talk to them about what they can earn in Silver in 7 days. It's $175. 3 welcome packs plus $100. They're like, oh, whoa, hold on. I know 3 people. Let's talk to your mom. Let's talk to your aunt. Let's talk to your sister. And I'll tell them, I want you to make a list. What do you have? Who do you got? Let's make a list. I want you to contact them. I will even be willing, if I've personally sponsored them, I don't have time to do my whole team. I wish I did. But if I've personally sponsored them, I'm willing to do a potential call with them. So before they join us. Oh, did I lose y'all?
No, I still hear you. You must have like a pre-warning that we don't have, because you say that and I hear you, and then all of a sudden you freeze, and I totally have to take a picture of this one as well. All right, I just have to send her all these amazing expressions that she's leaving us with, because they are priceless. Maybe I can torture her later on Facebook with them. That would be great. Okay, Jill, I know you're coming back. You have to finish this amazing info. I'm going to give you a minute. Seems like we have about 60 seconds between these freezes. I asked one too many questions. You coming back? Oh, hold on. There, I unmuted you. You were muted again.
Okay, and I'm back. But if I personally sponsored them, I'm willing to do a potential 3-way call with them. Like if they're, somebody on their list that we're wanting to get them to Silver or Fast Start Gold, you've got to really run with them and talk to them about the business and the products before they even join. And if somebody is ready to join the business right then and there and sign up, if I am able, of course, sometimes it's, midnight, or I was teaching during the day, I would say, hey girl, I'd love to walk you through the sign up thing. Can I get you on the phone? I think getting people on the phone is huge. They hear your heart and they hear your voice, and that's a really good one to do. And I know it doesn't people are all different. I know plenty of people who are better off in the business than I am who don't do that. But I just am real big on talking to people. So get them on there, talk to them about Silver and Seven, Fast Start Gold, get them umped up, share my story with them, share somebody else's story with them, and find a story that's relatable. If they're a stay-at-home mom, I'm going to tell them about one of my friends who's a stay-at-home mom and doing well. If they are a working mom of 3 jobs and works nights, I'm going to find somebody who's working multiple jobs. So if they've got a traveling husband, I am going to find some more people with traveling husband stories.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that was it. And I do have a friend on here whose husband does similar to what your husband does in the oil field. So that was the main reason I even asked Jill to be on here, because Dusty, yes, girl, I'm totally calling you out. But and Esther, I don't know if your husband does as well, but I know that, you know, many, many women have husbands who travel, and that stinks. And I just know one thing that really hit home for me when they were talking at convention about, you know, our big goal, and I know mine is to retire my husband from his job. But beyond that, they talked about, like, what is that emotion that you're going to feel when, you know, when I can tell my husband, like, hey, babe, go ahead and give notice. Like, you don't have to do this anymore. This job that you don't love, I want you to be able to leave that and do what you want to do. Like, what is that going to feel like? And that really hit home to me. And so I knew, I heard you at, I think it was Super Saturday or one of them, you'd spoken and talked about that. And I'm of course all like, whoa, this is so amazing, you know, but I love that. I love that part of
you know, and for the girls that you've got, you want to retire your husband, or I'm going to speak to some oil field wives over here, because I think that you deserve a trophy, and I think that you deserve more praise than people give you, because it's very hard. I know. Nobody should do that. So you shouldn't fear to know that your husband's not going to come home one day without a job. And you shouldn't fear to think that he's going to be the one that gets knocked out unconscious on the rig. I know. So if that is your why, like, obviously it's still my why. And I tell my team this: if your why does not shake you from the insides and want to make you cry, you haven't found your why. It's not deep enough yet. Every time I talk about my husband with stuff like that, this is what happens, because it means so much. So if you have not found that unwavering belief that shakes you and gives you chills and tears you up, I challenge you to revisit your why and dig deeper. I mean, maybe you have a missionary heart or a servant heart, and it's above and beyond things. It's orphans in Africa. It's ministry shit, you know. It's being just a homeroom mom to your kids, whatever that is. And I'm going to tell you, speaking on a teacher's standpoint, I'm not a mom. But as a teacher and a classroom teacher to elementary school babies, your kids need you. They do. This is another why of mine that makes me just, you know, go sloppy. I saw kiddos every single day cry and hold on to me and say, my mommy didn't show up again. My daddy can't come to donuts for dad. He works too much. If you are a working mom, and I'm not saying everybody needs to be a stay-at-home mom, but I would encourage you to revisit, could you bring your hours to part-time because of your Plexus income? Could you change some things up? Because the teacher in the classroom is the one holding them and coddling them and telling them, it's okay, baby, I'll take your picture. I'll sit by you and make a snowman. I will. So maybe you love what you do. Think about your kids. They need you more. And your Plexus business can bring you home, can bring your husband home, can just take your hours down to 2 days a week instead of 4 if you're a nurse or whatever that is, to where maybe you could be more involved. It is so important. And as a teacher's standpoint, it hurt my heart. So I like to tell people that, because I meet a lot of moms who are like, I will always work. Well, good, me too. I'm working right now, you know, and I get that, but they just feel so headstrong on it. And I'm not going to stay at home. Well, we don't stay at home to watch Ricky Lake and cook all day. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about choosing your own hours and working around your family. I've just been home now for a week, and oh my God, I made my husband lunch every day and dinner every day, and it feels good. It feels really good. And you know, it's just something that I'm calling my own shots. So I encourage you, call the shots for your family. Do it for your kids. Do it for your man. Do it for your wife. Whatever it is, do it for somebody else besides you. That's going to be your why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I can say I've been home for 11 years now with my kiddos, and I did go back to work, and that was just something that was on my heart. And I have many friends who do work, and, props to them, because honestly, I don't know how working mothers do that. And then also, I mean, props to them. They do more than I do. I can just tell you that now. But
they deserve, oh my God.
My sister is one of them. My sister has a special needs child who has 7 therapies a week, and she works full time and, is very involved at his school. I mean, I don't know how that woman does it, but this is something that as an at-home mom pouring into my kids, I do homeschool my 4 kids. We're going into our 7th years of homeschooling, but this has given me a purpose and an identity outside of that. This has given me me instead of just mom and wife. This has given me, and this has given me friendships. And, of course, you're going to get me bawling, girl. Who knew this was coming? But, just those things I didn't even know that I needed. Like, I didn't know how lonely I was, and I didn't know how much I needed something, like a way to feel like I was serving others. And this gave that to me, along with a fantastic income that has provided for my family in a way that, I mean, we wouldn't have a home. We were about to foreclose on our home when this came along. And I just wanted I just wanted God to answer my health prayers. And he showed up in many, many ways with this, so, whew, okay. Well, thank you. Okay, before I keep going, I could just keep going all night on this. My team knows that. So, but I know it's getting late, and it's Monday night, and we've got people in all different time zones right now. So I'm going to let some of you on the East Coast get to bed. But thank you, Jill, girl. I appreciate it so much.
Thank y'all for having me. It was an honor. I appreciate it. I'm an open book, so if you ever need anything, I'm pretty open. So you can ask.
You are awesome.